basically in math exploration, I have seen some students just fear about in math IAs, how they will work on it, or what is the process to uh, what is the process to work on it, or which process he will follow. Everyone should follow here. I have seen many of my students they're facing problem on this. So I will talk to you about this. How can we get 20? We will we will prepare ourselves for 20 out of 20, and I will show you some examples from which is provided from IB, and those who get 20 out of 20. Okay. Uh, before starting, before starting that, at first, if I discuss with you about the criterias, so here is the roadmap how we will work together. Okay. First of all, the most important thing is to finding a topics on which you should work on. That is the main part of your IA. Okay. This is the, I think this is the hardest part of math IA, to finding a topics. And then we will work on how to relate your maths in your topics. Okay. And then you have to collect data based on your topics, and you have to formulate this. Okay. And then you have to make the draft, make it, you have to make a draft. Okay. And then you have to polish it based on feedback, or checking the rubrics whether it covers all the criterias of IA which are required. Okay. And then step 4, final submission. And the main thing, there is no word limit here. In your extended essay, you have to write it on 4,000 word, right? Or 2,000. 2,000. No, in IA there is no word limit. Yeah, no word limit here. Okay, okay. But here they mentioned it can be 12 to 20 pages. Okay. What exactly the math IA is? Basically, uh, the main part of IA, basically, out of 20, and the marks added to your grade directly. There is no conversion. Okay. So in your paper one, HL paper, if you have in your, is the sound okay? Can you hear me? Okay. So in, yeah, yeah, I can hear you. I can hear you. So in your IA, if you got 20, then this 20 marks will be directly added to your total marks. But in your exam, in paper one, you have to attend 110 marks, right? In paper one, in paper two, same. Okay, but in paper three, you have to attend for 55 marks, right? You will have to attend on 55 marks. So these marks will be converted, but your IA marks will not convert it. It will directly add it to your total marks. Okay, that means here 20%. So out of 100 marks, uh, it carries 20% marks in your total marks. Okay. So basically, this is a report writing. There are no time limits here, no exam stress. Just you have to choose a topics and you have to investigate and then you have to apply math there to, yeah. So you have to apply math there, then you have to make a final decision whether the topics you have choose uh, it's correct or not, or even you have to put some comments on that. Okay, that is the main part of IA. The exploration is short report that is about 6 to 12 pages. No, not 6. It's basically now it updated. That is basically 12 to 20. Okay. Basically, there is no word limit here. Word limit here. Main part of this math IA is that there is no word limit. So you don't have to bother about the number of words, or you have to just focus on your topics, and then you have to just align your topics with your math HL level. Okay, here what you have to do or what is and here basically the total time allotted by IB, it requires 10 hour. Yeah, and you have to also that is the okay. Then if we okay, the topics basically, if you choose, can you tell me which topics you like most in your syllabus? There are five topics, right? Okay. Here, IB suggested some topics. IB also conscious about that that students most of the times student pass hard time to find topics on which they will work or they have to work or they want to work. Basically, they suggested that the topics should be related on the student's interest. Okay, that means with the topics which you choose, with the topics, students should have personal engagement. That means you have to show your personal engagement. Why you have chosen, why you have chosen the topics? What is the reason behind that? Okay, so they have given some suggestions, just like here, physical and natural world. You can work on work. These are basically vast area which I suggested. Okay, and here this is the water. You can work on water. Yeah, yeah. I'm okay. You can work on weather, space, volcanoes, diet, and biology, motion. That is that these topics are from physical and natural world. And if we go for human and digital world, then it can be on sports, cell phone, music and harmony, architecture, business and internet. And then abstract world, algorithm, OLR, symmetry, codes, population and viruses. These are the common topics. Okay. So here they have shown some mind maps. If you choose water, then there are so many topics over there you can go through. And first, at first, you have to start broad. That is figure simulation, example of water. How does the water? Then brainstorm applications. Okay, and uh, how does water impact with math, that is fountain, sailing, rainfall, and then find math focus, turn application into specific mathematical investigation, that means modeling water uh, jets and geometry of water fountains. Basically, that is the anatomy of perfect technology. That means you have to write down introduction. Their introduction and conclusion must. And then in the middle, the core thing will be over there. You can use geometric tools here, graphing software, word processing packages. That means spreadsheet, data loggers. You can use on it. Yes. Okay, these are the main or core things of IA. So you will be just on you will be marked on based on five criterias. Okay, criteria. There are five in total, five criterias. Criteria. There are four marks or 4 points. Okay, that is presentation. And here the main focusing thing is it logical and concise? Okay, presentation, the overall presentation of your annual. Have you written unnecessary things over there, or have you repeated same things again and again? They will check it. Okay, and then criteria B, and in criteria B there are four marks, and here mathematical communication. That is, are you using the right notations and representations? Mathematical representations are very crucial for IA also. Okay, using mathematical notations, these are very important also. So in mathematical communication, there are 4 marks or 4 points. And then criteria C, that is personal engagement, which I have mentioned. That is, are you making this topic your own? That means why you choose these topics. What is the reason behind this? Are there any personal engagement for choosing the topics? Okay, for you, yeah, for you. Yeah, for example, if I give an example, that is, I love to play cricket. Okay, then since I am an wicket keeper, so sometimes I have to or throw balls. Then if I want to measure the angle in which if we throw the ball, it will cover the longest distance. Okay, that means in this topics here, uh, I have just mentioned that I love cricket and where I have to throw balls, so that come to my mind that in how many angle if we throw the ball, if I throw the ball, it will cover more distance. That means here I have sorry. Oh, badminton. Okay, so you can just also relate a topics related to badminton also. Okay, and then a reflection. Criteria D here, 3 points, 3 points in criteria D. So in this reflection, are you analyzing your results critically? That means the result which you have in your investigation, are the result okay with the investigation, or are there any further scopes to investigate, or that means you have to write a reflection on your IA. Okay, and for that 3 marks are allotted. And the core part of this here, use of mathematics, and the 6 points are allotted for this use of mathematics. That is the main focusing point. Which mathematics you used in your IA? Is it HL level, HL level, or below the level, or and the use of mathematics, are the calculations are correct or not? This will reflect your use of mathematics here. Okay, so in total there are 5 criterias in IA. So if you want to get score, if you want to score 20 out of 20, then you have to equally focus on all of the criterias. Okay, so I think now you have got overall an idea that uh, yeah. So in total there are 5 criterias, right? First one is presentation, second one is mathematical communication, and then third one is personal engagement, and the fourth one is reflection, and fifth and final one is use of mathematics. So, if you choose, while choosing the topics, you have to also keep in mind that is it covers the HL level? Okay, you have to also keep it in mind. Now, if we go through each criteria, then for criteria A, that is presentation and 4 marks. Okay, and here this one should be coherent, well organized, and concise. The standard things, that is introduction, aim, clearly stated, and conclusion are mandatory. So I have already mentioned that introduction and conclusion are mandatory, these two parts. And in your introduction, you have to clearly state the aim, what is going to happen here, why you have choose the topics, how you calculate this, okay, how you integrate mathematics in your uh, topics, okay. You have to clearly state that in your introduction. Okay. Alright. Then graphs, tables, diagrams, this should be placed where uh, it should be placed in the relevant top with the relevant topics. In sometimes, many I have seen that many of students they just use graphs, tables, and diagrams in the appendix, but it is you have to keep in mind that you have to place diagrams, tables where it is relevant, okay, where it is relevant. And the appendices are only for large data sets. So if you collect data sets and which the table of the data sets is very large, then you can put it on the appendices. Okay. So and here common pitfalls, that is irrelevant or repetitive calculations. So you don't need to uh, repeat your calculation. If you have same calculation, you have to do same calculation in many times, then you can show one working, okay, and then you can use a table or just you don't need to repeat your calculation. Just you can use it, use the table, and where you can put the final result, so that you don't need to show, so that you don't need to show the calculations again and again. That is the negative point, repetitive calculations. And then visuals buried in appendices. Okay, that is basically however, in appendices, we sometimes we, uh, which I mentioned here, that is, we put graphs, tables, and diagrams. We put this in the appendices, so you don't need to put this in the appendices. Okay, and then lack of logical links between sections, and one after one, you have to link. Okay, you have to maintain links between the sections. Okay, and then for criterion B, mathematical communications, there are 4 marks, and it should be relevant, appropriate, consistent. There are 4 marks in criterion B, and here main the important part of this mathematical communication, that is correct use of correct mathematical notations. And then also use of formulas, diagrams, tables, graphs. This we have already mentioned. I have already mentioned it. That is, you have to use formula, diagram, tables where it is appropriate. You have to use that. And then define key terms. You have to define key terms or variables immediately. That means if you use a formula, then you have to, if you use a formula, then you have to define the variables clearly. Okay. and then structuring your thoughts, that is for criteria A and B. So you have to place relevant. I have already mentioned this several times. That means you have to place graphs in relevant with the relevant topics, okay, with the relevant place. You don't need to put it in the appendices, okay. And then here you don't need to show 5 or more pages showing the exact same repetitive calculation. That means you don't need to show repetitive calculations, okay. And then proper use of mathematical notation you have to use. That is for criterion A and B, and then C, criterion C. And here, basically, 3 marks allotted in criterion C, that is personal engagement. Personal engagement is not a measure of effort. It's not a measure of effort. That means how much effort you have given in your IS. That is not the measurement of personal engagement. Uh, Basically, personal engagement is measured on how the topics is related to your personal interest. Why you have choose the topics? What is the reason behind choosing the topics? Okay, that is the personal engagement. Okay, so here basically simplifying level to authentic engagement that drives the exploration forward, but outstanding, that is high quality creative instances that drive the exploration forward. Yeah, that is for getting level 3. And then the reflection layer, that is for criterion D. And here we are 3 marks allotted, and you have to focus on critical reflection, that is on reflection, okay. Limited reflection, that means simply describing your results. You just described your results simply, that is level 1. And reviewing and analyzing what the results mean for your aim. What was your aim? What is your aim? And uh, what you get in your result? You have to analyze that, okay. Okay. So that is meaningful reflection, and you will be awarded 2 marks for this. But to get outstanding, that is 3, you have to just focus on that. That is deeply insightful. That means your reflection must be deeply insightful, and you discuss uh, the implications of your result, how you implicate this on other projects or other sites, okay, or how can. So that is, you have to focus on this to get 3. And then criterion E, in total 6 marks. 6 marks are allotted here. So you will get 6 out of 6 if mathematics is perfectly correct, thorough knowledge is demonstrated consistently, okay, then you will score 6. You will score 6. And if mostly correct but few minor error, if you have few minor error in your IS, then you will score 4 or 5. So we have to focus on it. That is how we work together, okay? Choose a topics that excites you. Ensure enough data can be generated. Enough data can be generated. Do mathematical heavy lifting and guarantee the work is authentically yours. That is the focusing point. Authenticity. IB focuses on that. So the work must be yours. Okay. And here, my support will be I will advise you on appropriate topics and verify the accuracy of calculations. Ensure you understand the grading criteria, which I have already discussed, and then provide targeted feedback on your draft so that you can score 20 out of 20. Our main focus is to score 20 out of 20. And here, your first mission, okay, you have to just review the stimuli that is uh, we in which sector you want to work on it. Okay, then based on that, you have to generate some ideas, and then you have to create a mind map that is how you work on it. Okay, then uh, you can share a doc file with me so that I can easily review or give you the feedback, or we can work together. Okay, I will share with you my email address. Okay. uh, Now you have to basically you have to focus on selecting the topics. Okay, have you got the overall idea about your math IS now? Have you got the overall idea now? Okay. Okay. Okay, it's okay. So, first now you have to basically main focus is to select the topics. Okay, I'm showing you some. I'm showing you two examples or two IAs which scored 20 out of 20. Can you see the screen? That is modeling microwave popcorn. Okay. That is okay. Okay. Can you see it? Modeling microwave popcorn. Okay. This IL scored 20 out of 20. Here, that is introduction and rational. If we go through the annotation, then you can easily understood it. Here, criteria A: a good introduction with an aim and also indicating personal engagement to follow. Okay, that means here the student here mentioned the personal engagement, why he or she choose these topics. Here the line, look at the line. The applications of mathematics in real life have always fascinated me. As an aspiring engineer, I am often motivated to discover how I can particularly apply the theory that I have learned in the classroom to real life. I became highly enthusiastic recently when I stumbled across something that not only I could use to demystify the elusive uses of mathematics in the real world, but was also highly personally relevant. Popcorn. Why he choose popcorn here? Okay, here he mentioned it. Okay, I'll share with you. Then you can, if you go through this, then you will get a clear idea. Okay, I will share with you the annotated copy also. Here, aim and approach of this IA. What is the aim and how it will approach? Okay, and here, criterion D, preliminary reflection to justify the collection of data. How the student collected data and how it will work, then he mentioned it. And here look at the, if you look at, that is D, criterion D, good reflection even before starting the data collection. So, and here E, criterion E, understanding shown. And then a setup, the setup is very carefully and clearly explained. Okay, here data collection and results. And then here is the data collection table, and then the modeling and mathematical manipulation of results. Here exponential model used, and here he shows some calculations and then graphs. And here is the annotation. Criterion D, reflects and comments, that is that there is no need for mathematical analysis to realize that the model is not good. Here also negative comments are also there. Okay, and here is for criterion E. Although this doesn't sound right, it is condoned because candidate goes on it to explain how a cubic must have at least a one real root. Here is the graph. So I will share with you I will share with you two or three sample IAs. Please go through this. Then I think you will get a clear idea how you have to work. Okay, okay. Can you share your email address, or you can write down my email address. That is okay. You can send it on chat. Yeah. So, okay. So I will share your email address. Then open uh, the file and share your ideas on that. Okay. Send it on chat so that we can easily work on. Okay.